Cisco as well is another one. We're breaking out on Cisco, which is a very fantastic thing. Look for $60 on Cisco in this coming week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you're welcome to this channel. And without further ado, let us get into the weekend popular chart demand. That is what this video is all about, and is more about large price, large cap stocks, right? But in between, you can still find, small price as well that is also involved. Now, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock in whatsoever. It is just for entertainment purposes only. Now, on my previous video on the watch list for the coming week, I talked about SPY in detail. So what I would do here is just to go through this just a little bit again, what I'm expecting the market to do in the coming week, right? So for this market, I'm looking forward to this trend in the long run for price to get towards that trend level, right? And also this is going to be the break. That is where I really want price to break and hold, which is 470, 471 area. So if that area comes, I will be looking for price to visit this 475 or 480 area on the market. Okay, so that was a really good bounce up to retest the highs, right? So I love market that are really strong and solid. Now let's get into our stocks. First one is really simple. Why I said it's simple is because it's AA. Okay, ACOR has been trading for quite a while in a decent range, so I'm expecting 52 to break in the coming days. But if it doesn't, we'll still pull back to the 20 and 50 exponential moving average again on our decent move to the upside. So keep an eye on that name. ROEGN, this one right now, we're breaking out of the downtrend. Okay, the downtrend, this area really has been holding as a form of resistance, and guess what, price just shot through that level with increased buying volume. Our MACD coiling up, and our RSI is at 64%. So I'll be expecting more in the coming days. VXRT, I'm looking for that $7 spot. Shoei as well, CHWY, I'm expecting some form of a bounce off this $50 zone. Okay, I'm expecting price to consolidate and bounce off this area. That would be really good. But I will also expect this to shake some weekends, like breaking the $50 spot and then reclaim that area. So keep an eye on Chewy as well. Pfizer as well, PFE, is really in a good spot, looking for 53 break, and then price can push towards that 55 again. AVGO, this was a momentum push, a gap fill push. Okay, 12 points to the gap, so over 12 points pretty much. Look at that volume, it's a very huge volume compared to the rest days, right? So now I'll be looking for price to really continue to push higher or pull back to retest the $600 spot. That is the area or way to go ultimately. But for now, we're not really in the too much of in the overbought territory that will give us a bigger problem. Though we are extended, I'll be looking for some form of a tap back into that 650 zone on the name. Now we have CVS. CVS is also breaking out. Okay, this 96, 97 didn't hold as a resistance. Okay, so we just pushed through it and trying to fill that $100 zone. So look for $100 in the coming days. Microsoft as well is also doing what I call a momentum breakout. Right now, volume is coming in. MACD is trying to call up, and we're not really in the oversold or overbought. We're just right there, you know, 10% from that middle level from our RSI. So for now, I'll be looking for 350 to come on Microsoft. Okay, we need more on the market. AMD as well, keep an eye on AMD, as right now our 50 exponential moving average will act as a support for the continuation to the upside. Now SEV, look for more in terms of $15 break, and then we'll continue to push higher. Right now this trend will act as my support for now, so keep an eye on that name. ADSK as well. ADSK is a very choppy chart. So being the fact that this stock normally just push higher and then pull back and then push again and then pull back, I'll be expecting some form of action on this and just buy and put it right in my what you call my Roth account as well. So keep an eye on that. CROM, this one as well, keep an eye on this area. I have 3 levels that I'll be watching. We just bounced off the bottom level and we held the second level. Now I think I'll be looking for 270 to break into 280. So keep an eye on that name. Nvidia as well is where you want to really lean into for some form of a pullback into this 290 280 zone. But overall, I'll also keep an eye on this trend to see if this trend really holds, right? DOKU as well, I have some in my Roth account, and for now I'm looking for price to really bounce off this trend as it has been in the previous days. So keep an eye on DOKU as well. This one has been selling off, so you know, it would take some form of a glory to get that moving, right? Cisco as well is another one. We're breaking out on Cisco, which is a very fantastic thing. Look for $60 on Cisco in this coming week. Facebook as well, which is Meta platform. Right now our area that we're trying to reclaim is the 200 a simple moving average. So look for 335 340 visit on that particular name. Next one is going to be Apple. I've had, you know, I picked some Apple long time ago when we had, you know, the 125 area, 127, and I've been holding this Apple for quite a while, for a long time. So right now we are extended, though I'll be looking for 180 visit, and if anything happens from there, that'll be fine. I have my profit set out there. Netflix again, for this one right now, our problem is going to be the 20 and 50 exponential moving average. If price can push through this area, I think, you know, Netflix will continue to push. But overall, if that area doesn't hold, this 615 area doesn't hold, then look for 600 to come on Netflix. Amazon as well, we've been having a very crazy choppy move. We'll push lower, back up, back lower, and you know, I'll be looking for this 3400 to hold as a support. If not, I'll be looking for the 200 exponential moving average. Roku as well, keep an eye on Roku for the bottom bounce play. That is what you got to look for on Roku. Semiconductor side, TSM, right now TSM is the 50 exponential moving average is where I'm paying much attention to, because my support or my stop loss is going to be right around the 200 a simple moving average, so keep an eye on that. Now AMC really did, folks, a bad thing, being the fact that GME reported earnings, right? As GME reported earnings, AMC was really doing good, was really pushing, but after that news of GME, AMC pulled back down to the previous level. So right now this area is some form of acting as a support right now. So if that area really holds with stop loss right below $25, I think we'll continue to bounce into $30 in the coming days. So keep an eye on that. GME also, they did miss, and right now this area is going to act as a support for now. So keep an eye on that zone, which is that 150 area. So keep an eye on that, and let's see if we can, you know, continue to to bounce off this area. If this area of support doesn't hold, you know, I'll be looking for more on the downside on GME. Lucid as well, LCID. I love the design of their vehicle, of their EVs. What I'll be looking for right now is for, you know, price to hold the $35 spot. That is where I want price to really hold for me to see that we're still in a very solid trend. For now, this area 35 is our support, with immediate resistance around the $40 or $45 on that name. Sophie as well. Sophie really did push higher in, you know, about 3 months with strength, only, you know, to pull back down and give those gains. So that is the reason why I like to take profit as, you know, the stock or price action continue to push higher, and then, you know, as price pull lower, I will be adding that my profit I took along the line in the critical level of support. So I keep an eye on that name. FUBU as well. I have long-term hold on this. I picked up long time ago, and I'm still green on FUBU. So I'll be adding more on FUBU in anticipation of a great deal and partnership in the future. Snow as well, snowflakes. This 380 area, 375, 380 area is our resistance. If price can push through this, I think we'll continue to push back into $400. So keep an eye on that. AM as well, these are the levels for AM. So keep an eye on that. FM as well, AFRM. This one, keep an eye on this level of support. 110 is our support. If that doesn't hold, then I'll be looking for price visit to $90. But don't forget, our natural support is going to be $100. Okay, I talked about Zoom in my previous video that we're looking for a bounce. We did bounce, and now price rejected the $200 zone, which is our natural resistance zone. So I'll be expecting some form of a consolidation between this, you know, 200 and 180 for the price movement. FCell as well, we did push higher and back down now. So $7, $6.50 is going to act as a support. Plug as well, we're pulling back down. Now look for this area, the $31 or $30 area as a support. This is going to be our 200 moving average. We're talking about pins as well. This one is your bottom bounce play watch. This CROMD bottom bounce play watch. Ford as well. Ford really did good on Friday, because guess what? At $20.50 area broke. So as this area broke, we expected more, because guess what? There was huge amount of volume. When I look at the, you know, stock chart, I just imputed Ford on stock chart, and I saw the amount of volume coming in, okay, and the candle and my level of resistance. So that area didn't hold, only, you know, to push higher on Ford. But for now, keep an eye on that area, looking for 22, 23 on Ford to come. BB as well, BlackBerry right now, we're really selling off on BlackBerry with support around $8.75. If that area doesn't come, look for $8.50. Boeing as well, keep an eye on Boeing. Right now, 205 is going to act as our support. ABBV has been doing good, right? This has been really fantastic from our peak right around this area of 106, 105. and we've just been pushing higher and higher on that. Roblox, I'll be expecting a bounce off this area, which is our 20 exponential moving average. ABNB as well, I'll be looking for 175 to hold as a support. We talked about SAM last couple of days, and I said I'll be expecting SAM to bounce off this 450 445 area, and price bounce right off this area. My resistance is supposed to be 50 exponential moving average. If this area, you know, act as a support, then we'll be looking for 550 in the coming days on SAM. I do like it. I have some position on that as well, and I'll be adding Raven as well. RIVN, this one right now, look for 120 to break, which is our resistance on that. Mara is another one to keep an eye on. This $37-38 is going to act as our 200 moving average support, a $40 break. Okay, if that area hold, then you're looking for $45 or $48 on that name. And we also have Tesla right now. Tesla has this beautiful pattern with our $1,000 is going to act as a support, and it has been acting as a support in the past couple of days. So I'll be looking for price to hold this $1,000 level, which is a good thing. So many people are saying, why is Elon Musk selling his stock? Well, guess what? He said he's gonna sell his stocks. He's gonna sell some amount of money, you know, in terms of billions of dollars, right? So he has the right to still sell if he wants to sell. You know, some people are saying he sold this today, he sold that. You know, don't get caught up with that. Look at the chart and then, you know, make your best judgment if the chart looks good to pick some up. Wish right now, this one is another one that, you know, most people are just, you know, wishing for a move, as well as CLOV. I added to some of my position and I'm still agreeing on it as well. PENN, look for a bottom bounce on that. DKNG, I added to my Roth account and I'm expecting some form of a push on that name. Walmart, we're bouncing right off. I talked about it last week that I'm looking for a bottom bounce play on you know, in Walmart. So right now 200 moving average will act as a support, just like it happened here, and then we bounce. So look for that. And finally, not all finally, but you know, just for this video, finally BTBT. Okay, we pull back down to $7. $7 is going to act as a support for now. $7.50, $7 is going to act as our support. As Bitcoin continues to pull back, I think most of this Bitcoin name will pull lower. But as Bitcoin continue to push, I'll be expecting BTBT to move. I'll be expecting Mara to move. I'll be expecting Riot as well to bounce right off if Bitcoin begin to gain momentum to the upside, even as well as Square as well to bounce off this area. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. You guys are wonderful. Keep clicking that like button and keep, you know, subscribing. If you have any questions, concern, or comments, just email me at tradingsuccessshow@gmail.com. Don't forget to go over and look at the other video. Those are for low price, low float stocks. And have a fantastic weekend and a beautiful week ahead. Thank you guys and have a good one. Peace and love. Bye bye.